Real estate enthusiasts, if you clicked on this video, you are in the right place. If you're looking for a step-by-step guide from start to finish on how to buy a duplex, by watching this video, I'm going to teach and show you how to buy a duplex from start to finish. Make sure you watch until the end, because if you do, you'll likely end up owning a duplex yourself. First, start off asking yourself, why a duplex? Why not a triplex or quadplex? Why are you getting into real estate? Is it for that cash flow, that wealth building, better life mentality? Or is it the appreciation thing you're looking for and a hefty withdrawal at retirement? Heck, you might already be rich and you just need a safe place to invest your cash. Whatever the reason, a duplex is a great safe play. But what I like to do when I'm going to invest my hard-earned money is know why. I like to think about it. Why is this property a good investment? So step one, know your why. Before I dive into the nitty gritty, don't forget to tap that subscribe button. Don't forget to click right down there. Click it. Also go over here, I believe it is, and click that like button. Wherever it is on your screen, tap that. Tap. This will help me and the YouTube machine better understand what you guys like to see. Now back to how to purchase a duplex from start to finish. The first thing you're going to want to do, if you don't already have one, is find a local real estate agent. A professional will know what to look for, where to find it, and get you connected with investor-friendly contacts like lenders, contractors, property managers. They'll get you connected with the lender and get you pre-approved. Understanding your financing options such as conventional financing, FHA or VA financing, and cash, where we all want to be, right? Understand your financial position and get pre-approved before your investing hunt begins. Tell your rockstar agent what your wants, your needs, your goals, the investment, and your agent will tell you the reality while understanding your criteria. Your agent should be able to tell you if your goals are nuts or if they're realistic, possible, and achievable. Your agent will get you set up on the MLS auto search with your criteria and you're off to the races. But like any races, there's still some work to be done on your end. In your free time, do your own research, analyze potential properties, run the numbers, get connected with property managers, contractors, anyone you think you'll need after the deal's done. Voila, property found. Yes! Submit the offer, let your agent work their magic. Your offer will either be accepted, rejected, or countered. Let your agent handle the negotiation, remove emotion, and don't be afraid to walk away. Also, don't get discouraged if your offers aren't panning out, not being accepted. Just commit to the process. The deal will come, and once it does come all together, it'll all be worth it. Now that the offer has been accepted, you are now entering the due diligence phase. Don't skip the inspection. I always make sure I have an inspection and appraisal contingency in my offer. I want to know the ins and outs of the property. Your agent should have a great professional home inspector. They're about $500 for insurance purposes. I had a 4-point inspection done and a home inspection, a WOD or a wood destroying organism, and wind mitigation. The home inspection will expose the flaws of the property. At this time, you'll need to make a decision either to accept the flaws as is, reject the property and walk, or negotiate with the seller. You can have them address and fix the repair issues, or you can ask them to reduce or credit to offset the cost to help cover the repairs after closing, or just accept the property as is. Or again, you can always walk away. You're close to the finish point at this time. Here, your duplex buying process is coming to an end because at this point, you'll really finalize the loan documents. This part can be tedious and straight up irritating depending on your situation. Whether you're self-employed, W-9 employee, VA, FHA, conventional, owner-occupied, all these things play a role. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to learn more about basic and advanced real estate terminology. Investors definitely have their own language. You'll hear investors just throwing around words that seem made up, but this channel will help clear up all that. So tap that subscribe button and follow along. Going back to the due diligence phase, get as much information as possible. Obviously, get the lease agreements at the bare minimum If it's tenant occupied or vacant, make sure you know that. Don't forget to request the tenant ledgers if it is occupied. You can have records of if the tenant has been paying rent on time, if they've been paying late every month, or if they're just completely behind and not paying at all, and that's why the owner's selling. The tenant ledger provides a great deal of information that should not be overlooked. If you're purchasing from a self-managing landlord, it may be more challenging to get this information as their record keeping is probably not the greatest, but if it is professionally managed, they have tenant ledgers and get your hands on it. Tenant estoppel. Some investors love them. I personally think they're a waste of time, but to each their own. This way you know what conveys with the sale of the property and what the seller actually has the right to sell. What appliances convey with the sale and what belongs to the tenant. Because I'm not joking, those appliances do end up growing legs and somehow walking away when the tenant vacates. And you thought those washer and dryers were included in the sale? Nope, now you gotta go buy some new ones. The more documentation and information you can gather in the due diligence phase, the better off you will be when you become the new owner of your new investment property. After all that, your agent and or your loan officer will give you the clear to close. Your agent or you personally will perform the final walkthrough of the property. For me, I actually skipped the final walkthrough and went straight to the title company. Depending on your state, you'll close with either a title company or an attorney's office. You can also close remotely as well, so don't get caught up in having to be there in person to close. Congratulations, you are funded and closing complete. You are now invested in your future. But what happens now? How does my property start working for me? I'm a landlord now. Aren't I supposed to be making money in my sleep? Maybe. The final step is understanding the management side of owning a rental property. For me, the new management takeover is the best part. It's the most rewarding and most exciting part of acquiring a new property. Can it be intimidating? Absolutely, especially if you're self-managing or house hacking where you're going to be living on site and walking into new and uncharted territory. If you don't hire out and calculate property management into your analysis of when you invested into the property, your experience will be far from being a passive income. You'll be having to put in the work of self-managing. But if you're buying your first investment property, expect to have a little bit of a learning curve. It's time consuming and it can be straight up exhausting if you aren't built for it. Always calculate having a property manager into your numbers when acquiring a rental investment property like your duplex, because eventually you will want to move, or your SO, significant other, won't want to live in a duplex anymore next to your neighbor, or you'll want to expand your portfolio and you'll want to do that with more time on your hand. You can't be managing the day-to-day operations of a property if you're focused on building wealth and building out that portfolio. If you fall in these categories, hire a professional property manager to team up with. They'll save you thousands, reduce liability, and keep your investment operating efficiently. Maybe a biased statement there, but personally, I like to compare a property manager to a stockbroker or a wealth manager. Can I make a Robinhood account? Yes. Can I download Coinbase? Yes. And dump money into a particular stock or cryptocurrency? Absolutely. Will it turn out good? I don't know. I'm not a stockbroker or a wealth manager. If I had the time to learn and know how to effectively manage and invest that crypto and stock, maybe my chances would be a little bit more successful, but at the end of the day, I'm no Warren Buffett and it's a gamble and guessing game for me. Once you have quality tenants in place paying rent like clockwork, you'll start seeing your money working for you. So before we recap this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll be covering the speed round here of the steps to buying a duplex today. Step 1, understand why you're investing in a duplex. Step 2, get pre-approved. Step 3, connect with the real estate agent. Step 4, set your criteria. Step 5, begin the hunt, punch the numbers, and make offers. Step 6, do your due diligence. Step 7, close on the property. And step 8, begin profiting. Until next time, cheers. It